What made you realize that your boss was a monster? I worked at this small marketing agency where my boss, Derek, seemed like the coolest guy ever. He was only 35, wore hoodies to work, had a ping pong table in his office, and always talked about work-life balance. Derek would buy pizza for the team every Friday and give everyone beer after big client wins. He seemed like the opposite of those horrible corporate bosses you hear about. But then I started noticing weird things. Our office had this tradition where everyone would go out for drinks after work on Thursdays. Derek would always insist on buying the first round, which seemed generous, except he'd only spike the girls' drinks with extra shots while telling the bartender to go easy on the guys' drinks. He'd say it was to help them loosen up and have fun. At first I thought it was just Derek being a little inappropriate, but then I noticed a pattern. Every Friday morning, the women on our team would look exhausted and confused. They'd ask each other things like, "Did I really drink that much last night?" Or, "I don't remember getting home." Meanwhile, Derek would make comments like, "Looks like someone had too much fun last night," with this gross smirk. The red flag moment was when our new intern Sarah came to work crying one Friday. She was only 19, super shy, and this was her first office job. She pulled me aside and whispered, "I think something happened last night, but I can't remember anything after the first drink." She said she woke up in Derek's car in her apartment parking lot at 3 a.m. with no memory of leaving the bar. Her clothes were wrinkled and her phone was dead. "Derek said he was just making sure I got home safe," she said. "But why don't I remember anything?" That's when I realized Derek wasn't just being inappropriate. He was drugging women. I started paying closer attention on Thursday nights. Derek would always position himself at the bar, ordering drinks for everyone. He'd chat with the bartender like they were old friends. One night I saw him slip something into Jessica's drink when she went to the bathroom. Just a quick drop from a tiny vial he kept in his pocket. I grabbed Jessica's drink and accidentally knocked it over before she could take a sip. Derek looked furious for just a second before putting his fake smile back on. "Oops, let me get you another one, Jess." "No thanks," I said quickly. "I think we're all pretty tired tonight." The next day I told Jessica what I saw. She went pale. "Oh my God," she said. "Last month I woke up in the office bathroom at midnight after drinks. Derek said I passed out and he was watching over me until I woke up. But I only had one beer. I kept wondering how I got so drunk." We realized Derek had been doing this for months, maybe years. The cool boss act was just a cover for him to assault women when they were unconscious. Jessica and I decided to set up a trap. The next Thursday, Jessica pretended to go to the bathroom while I secretly recorded Derek with my phone. Sure enough, he dropped something in her drink. But instead of drinking it, Jessica had switched glasses with Derek when he wasn't looking. 20 minutes later, Derek started slurring his words and stumbling around. He looked confused and kept asking what was happening. "Feels weird, doesn't it?" Jessica said loudly enough for everyone to hear. "Not remembering things, not being in control." Derek's face went white when he realized what had happened. That's when Jessica showed everyone the video of him drugging her drink. The whole bar went silent. Even the bartender looked shocked. "You've been doing this to all of us," Jessica said. "But tonight, you get to see how it feels." 3 women called the police right there. Derek was so drugged he could barely speak when they arrested him. It turns out Derek had been drugging and assaulting women for over 2 years. The bartender was his friend who helped him do it. 5 women from our company pressed charges. Derek got sentenced to 8 years in prison. The best part? Jessica took over the company and turned it into one of the most successful agencies in the city. She kept the ping pong table but got rid of Thursday night drinks. Sometimes the coolest boss is actually the most dangerous one.